called in the experts at Property Apprentice so that you can all learn from the different mistakes that we all make when it comes to joint property ownership. Not that it's not a huge problem. We'll deal with this. But co-founder Debbie Roberts joins us now. Debbie, g'day. Good morning.
How are you?
Very good. Where do we start? This octopus has 8 legs and another 8 are about to join.
Yeah, look, the thing with joint venture agreements, that's the first thing. You need a joint venture agreement. So most of the work needs to be done before you even look at buying a property.
And lawyers have those. They will pass it to you.
Yep, they do. So, exactly. And it'll depend on, you really need to nut everything out. So, all of your expectations on all sides. So the more joint venture partners you have in one agreement, the more complicated it can get.
And some people do more work than others. And
they do.
Someone doesn't do enough. And then people can hold issues with that.
Yeah, and this is where having that agreement right up front can really help. So, before you even get to the lawyers, you really need to sit down together, put your heads together and really nut out all of the possible eventualities, like who's going to be responsible for finding the property, who's going to be responsible for renovating the property, what sort of renovations are you going to do?
Corporate, the mould on the roof, who's in charge of the back batch this time?
Absolutely everything. And then, it helps as well if you choose your joint venture partner carefully. So, if you've got a joint venture partner that has similar financial position, that can help.
Good point.
That can help prevent a lot of issues. You don't, if you're the higher income earner, you don't want to be the bank. So that can
communication helps.
Communication definitely, definitely. So it's that before and after purchase. Who manages the bank accounts? What's going to happen if things go wrong? Like, what if one of the joint venture partners loses their job or their income's affected? How are you going to cope with that?
Who's going to the body corporate meeting this year?
Yeah, exactly.
Because do you know of any examples of that, of when it has turned pear-shaped and what's happened?
To be fair, most of the dealings that we've had with joint venture situations, they've done all of the agreements and everything.
You advise them well. That's the thing.
Good lady.
So get legal, but the truth is, get legal advice. Don't cut corners.
Don't cut corners, and work out all of the exit strategies as well. Because even if you never plan on selling it, you need to have all of those things discussed up front. Just so that if something does go wrong, you just need to go back to the joint venture agreement and have a look at that, and that's what you all agreed. So that's how. And
remember to sign it. Remember to finish it. Remember to do all those things you say you're going to do.
Definitely.
And just get good legal advice. I mean, is there a different standard of legal advice too? I mean, I've got a lawyer, so the lawyer must be okay.
Yeah, I think if you've got a lawyer that's got experience in setting up, especially for property, joint venture agreements, and that situation really helps.
Well, lovely to see you. Should cell phones be automatically disabled while driving? I'm going to change the topic here. Are you one of those drivers that uses the cell phone?
Oh, look, it's really hard not to get distracted when it dings. But I tell you what, I think's a bigger distraction than cell phones. Kids in the back seat.
Yes.
So,
how do we mute those little monkeys?
If you work that out, you'd be a very rich woman.
So how do we exterminate them?
No, pretty much.
Yeah. You wouldn't be without them though. And school holidays going okay?
Yeah, love the school holidays.
One here.
Love the school holidays. No early mornings, none of that. It's like all the fun of parenting without the nagging.
And
Nice.
that's
And the
so
routine.
true. And like sleeping in is okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice? Anyway, lovely to see you. Thanks so much for good advice.
Thank you.